Hello everyone, this is Ronnie, and on this channel we talk about the raw food journey, the raw food diet and all that stuff. And I made a video about the worst things that I'd eaten on a raw food diet the other day, and something I missed out: nutritional yeast. Did I miss that out? And also nutritional yeast and seasonings. So those are things that you might not say are raw. So seasonings being salt-free seasonings, such as Mrs. Dash, which some of you are aware of. And there's one that my mum is buying at the moment. I don't know what it's called. It's just from Amazon or something. So I'm consuming some of that right now. So yeah, nutritional yeast is I don't really 100% know what it is. It's dried yeast, I guess. I think some people say it's not vegan. It essentially gives a kind of a cheesy taste to things. It's very delicious, really, and I've definitely had that a bunch of times. Sometimes for a long periods of time on a raw diet, um, and it never really leads to good outcomes. It's weird stuff. For me, I've got a reaction of spots sometimes, and I've got a reaction of what feels like my mouth being damaged by it, and I don't understand that really. But I've literally felt like my tongue or something is in, like, kind of eventually sometime for some reason gets hurt from nutritional yeast. So not an ideal food. A lot of raw vegans do add it to stuff, or vegans do at least, and some raw vegans are very against it and don't take it at all. So because it's probably not raw. I don't. Some people would say it's not vegan because it's like dried yeast, and yeast is kind of a living bacteria or whatever, I think, or something like that. And then seasonings, I would just add that on, Mrs. Dash and other things, and other seasonings. So those are things that aren't raw, um, that I've added to a raw vegan diet over the years. And I wouldn't say that I wouldn't really say they're optimal. The seasonings, it's not really such a big deal, I don't think. Nutritional yeast can get out of hand. People can eat a lot of it. So I thought I would just add those two on to the thing. And I think if you're adding nutritional yeast, you probably have to drink more water, or seasonings as well. You want to drink more water probably. But I guess my point is, people will freak out over. Someone was mentioning about store-bought juices and store-bought smoothies. Like, I don't think they're particularly all that bad. You don't want to make that this foundation of your diet, but they're not that bad. Here's the thing: I've seen people freak out about things like seasonings, nutritional yeast. Maybe not nutritional yeast so much, but unoptimal foods, and then they themselves go and binge on like French fries and stuff like that. So, or like, here's my thinking: I'd rather have the store bought Tropicana juice than get so hungry that I end up having French fries. That's essentially the way I think about it, because the store bought juice is a sacrifice in the moment, but I'm not going to get addicted to it. I'm not going to want it the next day. The French fries is a paradigm shift towards cooked food, and you're going to have it the next day and the next day. So my lines are cut in terms of, is it cooked food that'll lead me to addictive habits and patterns? I try and I'm basically a binge eater, so I want to stay away from things that trigger me to go and binge on stuff, and the best for me has always been like just fruit. But even tomatoes are a fruit that I binge on, so, and I enjoy them, but it's not the same way as enjoying really good durian or soursop or good apples or good pineapple or whatever. It's like, it's binging, and that's because there's something in it that's a little bit addictive or stimulating or whatever. So I try and stay away from stuff that triggers that. Now, I can stick to 100%, 100%, 100% raw, very high 100% raw, like actual 100% raw, if I include tomatoes in my diet, because then all I do is I eat fruit and tomatoes and lettuce. And I stick to that. I can stick to that for months and months and months at a time. But I start to think like that's a bit too much tomatoes. And I say to myself, like, I don't want to eat tomatoes all the time. What do I replace it with? And that's the position I'm in right now. So I'm thinking, right, what do I replace that with? And there isn't really a replacement. So I feel like I'm heading towards just fruit for a while, because and then I might add in the tomatoes again and just accept that I'm going to do what I do with them. So that's where I'm at. But I would love to do bananas only for a while. I would love to do bananas. I'd love to do some fruit alone for a while, or maybe 2 or 3 fruits, but I would love to do bananas because it's the simplest, least stimulating, most satisfying in some ways fruit. It's the ultimate test, I think, is a banana diet. Fast is easy, fasting, but a banana diet, different league, different levels. Especially if you're banana diet, you can do for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4. You could probably do it for a decade. You could probably do it forever, to be honest. You could probably literally live on bananas forever. Like that thing, the banana diet or the banana girl diet, whatever Freely was doing at one time. And people used to say like the banana diet, oh, it's so unhealthy because you wouldn't get this and you wouldn't get that. It's all. I think you would be fine. That's my theory, my hypothesis, and I would love to do bananas alone for a long period of time. Tell you what happens when you go on fruit alone. When you go on fruit alone, one fruit mono diet, you realise how much time you spend thinking about food and considering food, eating food, and on and on. And the amount of times that you use food to distract yourself, stimulate yourself, all that stuff. But you can't really distract yourself with bananas. And that's what I love about this is, when people say fruit's boring, that's what they mean. It's non-stimulating. It's non-stimulating, and that's amazing. That's what's amazing about it. It's actually exciting. It is tasty and it's exciting in a way, but it's non-stimulating. It doesn't stimulate when you eat it. So, I mean, I would love to do cherimoyas alone for months. Persimmons. Mangoes was great. I did mangoes for 4 months. So I want to get back to that. I feel it's like the best. I do feel it's like the best thing. I do feel that. So that's but that's my philosophy. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I don't mind seasoning. I don't mind freeze-dried vegetables. I don't mind some of these things. A gourmet meal once in a while. I don't mind it too much. I'm concerned about the things that I can become addicted to. Salt. I don't want to eat too much salt. Cooked foods, the cooked grains, cooked potatoes, and all that. These are the things that these are the no-goes for me. These are the no-goes. Pasteurized juice is just not in that list. So if I'm at a thing and it's like you can have these steamed vegetables with potato and blah blah blah, or the rubbishest looking pasteurized juice, I would always choose the rubbishest looking pasteurized juice. I mean, I would maybe not pick anything, but I probably were going to want to eat something. So I would choose that because I know I'm not going to create a habit with it. It's not addictive from my experience. Cooked potatoes is addictive, and you'll eat it again and again. And coming off of giving up potatoes is hard. It's super hard. I can't even for those of you who haven't done it, it's crazy how hard it is. It's weird. Takes you many efforts to give up potatoes. So that's my story for today. Thank you for following and watching the channel. Feel free to leave a comment below if you've got something you'd like to ask me to do or talk about, or suggestions and so on. Thank you for watching.